So a boy meets a girl.
Sorry.
It's okay. You're in the right film. This is the Iranian horror film, you know. But it's we really thank IFC for putting on the premiere of this. We called them with, I don't know, 20 hours notice, and they just put on a premiere for us. And the next day they started showing it here and gave it a run. We didn't have a distributor. We don't have a distributor. We don't have anything. And because we just started to, production began on this 2 weeks ago last night in Ohio. And because we've done this now for a few years, we know how to do it, I think. But I wanted to try something I'd never done before, which is film a one-man show that I was the man in. And so that's what you're going to see. But I thought, we're not going to perform this in Ann Arbor or Berkeley. We're going to go deep into Southern Ohio, into hostile territory, and that's what we did. So that's what you're about to see. And I won't be here for the Q&A, but
He's been here all day, folks.
but I'll take 3 questions right now before we start, and answer pre-questions. And then Carl Deal, the producer of this film, is here, and he will answer any questions you have. Where are you, Carl? Right here. Carl Deal and Tia Lesson there, and my producers, and he'll answer questions at the end if you have any. But I'm happy to answer anything right now that you'd like to ask me. Yes?
I was wondering what you initially set out to prove, or did you have like a goal in mind?
My goal was to be the antidote to the Hillary supporters who started doing an end zone dance on the 50-yard line back after the convention, thinking that they had it in the bag, and that obviously Trump's going to lose because he's such a ding-dong, and she's so good in the debates, and she's ahead in the polls, and so there's no way she's going to lose. Well, I believe there is a way she's going to lose. I live in Michigan, and out past the wall are the White Walkers, and or the Walking Dead, depending if you can only afford basic cable. But yeah, so I made this for people who are planning not to vote, or voting third party, or Democrats, guys I grew up with, auto workers that have had the shit kicked out of them and are thinking of voting for Trump, and for unenthusiastic Hillary supporters, which pretty much is the base of the majority of people that are going to vote for her. There's no way that they feel the same way that we all felt the morning that we got up to go and vote. We went to go and vote for Barack Obama, right? That was an exciting day. You don't see that excitement now. And we don't need a depressed Hillary vote. We need people that are going to bring 10 people to the polls with them. I don't see that happening. Hillary was ahead of Bernie in Michigan on primary day at the beginning of the day by 8 to 20 points, depending on what poll. 12 hours later, she lost to him. Don't believe these polls. That's all I want to say about that. Okay, a couple more questions and we'll start the film. I know it's hard to ask questions about a film that you haven't seen. Yes, sir?
You might answer this, but over a year ago, I remember seeing you, and you predicted that Trump was going to win. Have you wavered from that at all?
It wasn't a prediction. I just said Trump will win for these 5 reasons. And they all are still valid. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be proven wrong. You can ask me a personal question if you want. Or we can play state capitals or anybody else?
All the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the fact that Bernie enthusiastically endorsed Hillary and Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, everybody campaigning for Hillary, do you think that that's helping the enthusiasm at all? Or?
Yes, I do, and I hope this film will help. But we all have to do what we can do, right? And you'll see the journey that I'm taking with this in the film here shortly. So, anybody else? Yes.
Have you received any nastiness from the Trump campaign?
No. I mean, Republicans in Ohio tried to shut us down. They did shut us down in one town, about a 2-hour drive from where this was, and so we had to go find another town to perform this in, and we found this town. So, but other than that, no. And I don't know if anybody from the Hillary campaign has been over here yet this week to see it, but I've had no contact with them, so, which is probably just as well. Once you see the film, if I were them, I would not endorse this movie. Yes.
What are you doing next?
What am I doing next? I'm going to get about 8 hours sleep for the first time in 3 weeks. No, what I'm going to do next, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm writing a screenplay, so maybe I might do a fiction film, not a documentary. So we'll see how that turns out. Yes, I guess you'll be the last one.
Do you believe she
Or
will?
you will be the last one.
Do you
What?
think Hillary will lose, or she can lose?
I don't want to, I'm not into these predictions. I mean, who knows? I just can tell you where I live. As I explained in the film, I live in one of the Brexit states. You know, and this is a country that has, you know, they twice elected a B actor whose co-star was a chimpanzee. Bush, both Bushes, Tricky Dick, state of Minnesota, one of the smartest states in the country, elected a professional wrestler as governor. Iowa sent Gopher from the Love Boat to Congress. I mean, this is the country we live in. Anything can happen, right? Jennifer Hudson was supposed to have won American Idol. She lost to Fantasia. Remember that? America voted for Fantasia. Where the fuck is Fantasia now? Right? Anything can happen in this country, right? The Bachelorette last year, Caitlyn, everybody thought she's going to go for Nick, and she went for Sean, right? No, seriously, everybody, we all thought, no, yeah, Nick's in the bag. Then all of a sudden she goes with Sean in the last minute. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. This election is on November 8th, not the first Tuesday like it usually is in November, the second Tuesday. So if you live in a Brexit state, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, what do we call November 8th? Winter. There could be 2 feet of snow. It's going to be one of the lowest voter turnouts anyways because people are so sick of this election. And if that happens, who wins on a low voter turnout? The one with the most rabid supporters. Who's that person? I wouldn't take any of this for granted. Every time you relax a little bit because you see Trump blow it, you think, oh God, thank God. Every time you said thank God, you've helped elect Donald J. Trump. I mean, seriously, eternal vigilance until the 8 p.m. on November 8th. I don't know what else to say. Yes, ma'am, and we got to stop.
So should we all go over to Philadelphia and Ohio?
Yes, if you can, do that. But and there's also a way you can make calls now. The campaign will give you a list of phone numbers. You can just do it at home from your cell phone. Mainly, talk to your relatives and your friends. Don't try to. It's not so much about convincing the Trump people in your family to vote for Hillary. It's getting people enthusiastic about Hillary who would vote for Hillary and get them to get other people out there. That's what's got to happen. I'll make my case here in this film for you. You know, I'm an unlikely messenger in this case because I've never voted for her and never wanted to vote for her. So, but you'll see what I have to say here and see what you think. I hope it'll help. Since the wonderful IFC did put on that premiere for us on Tuesday, and they did it for free. This is an incredible theater, this IFC thing. It's really, really amazing, and really thank you for this. It's been a really wonderful week. 1,000, 2,000 people, I don't know how many showed up to try to get into that premiere. And we had 200 seats on Tuesday night. On Wednesday, they began a week's run of it here. We have no distributor. They just said, we'll put it up on the screen here. And they called me in the end of the day on Wednesday and said, you just broke the all-time record here at the IFC Center in our history. The largest Wednesday opening day box office gross of any film. Not a single ad, there's no poster, there's no trailer. I didn't go on any shows. It was just crazy. And by the end of the next day, over 100 theaters in 100 cities in this country had contacted us wanting to show it. And so Technicolor, who did all the post and the editing and sound mix of this for free for us down the street, they said they would get enough prints made to get it out to as many theaters as possible, especially in the swing states. And so they'll go up this week in theaters. But the best news was that iTunes saw it, and they put it up on iTunes yesterday for an affordable price where people can own it for $4. And, yeah, I know. They put it up at 3 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, we've gone to the number one selling thing in iTunes on their movies and TVs by 7 o'clock last night. It's still number one today. Coming in here tonight, they told us we were number one in Canada, which, yeah, but they like it for a different reason, because they don't want us moving there. So, any Canadians in here? Am I speaking the truth? Right. So it's had this incredible. We're going to get it in front of as many millions of people as we can in the next 2 weeks. And I'm really honored that you came down here, and I'm going to do a few more of these tomorrow, and just tell people it's at the IFC Center here all week, and or they can get it on iTunes, and maybe it'll be up and available in other means where they don't have to pay anything. Who knows? But thank you, Harris, for this, and thank all of you for coming. And Carl will come up and answer any questions about the movie you have at the end.
Carl will be in the lobby at the end.
It's in the lobby. Yeah, we're moving him out there. Yeah.
I'm moving him out there.
Oh, okay. Great.
I love you, Carl, but you're
yeah. I know we're running so far behind here, and thank you for waiting out in the cold. The crowds were pretty large here, and it took a while. We lost 5 minutes at every show, and you were on the ass end of it, so I'm very sorry for that. But I'm honored that you're here, and thank you very much.
Thank you.